Raider Nation, is your boy Mr. Raider Kid here. I want to put out a video. It's been a minute. A lot to talk about. And one thing I want to talk about though is that the Raiders hired a new defensive coordinator. So as you know, of course, we finished 8-8 on the year. Beat the Broncos the last week of the season. Of course, this season didn't end up how we wanted it, and I just want to talk to you from just a fan point of view, man, like what I'm thinking and kind of like my mindset for it all going forward and like what I expect. Pretty disappointing season, right? Like finishing 8-8, starting out 6-3, looking like a sure lock for the playoffs and having a total collapse the same way we did the year prior really sucks. And for me, it feels like we're on the walking plank, so to speak, because we are one more season away from a rebuild. I could see it happening as far as not making the playoffs next season. I think that we just full on head straight into a rebuild, and then we go through another 4 or 5 years of total trash. And it's been 18 years since what we last won a playoff or a last playoff appearance. Well, actually, the wild card game, but you remember how that one fared up. Third string quarterback Connor Cook, but um, it sucks because on Twitter it just seems like it's a never-ending fight and battle between people who support Carr as the quarterback and people who just think we need to move on and say that he's not our quarterback of the future. And um, I'm on the side that supports Carr as the quarterback because, I mean, his numbers speak for himself. He can get the job done, and you gotta remember what he's dealing with each season. He's got no defense. Um, he makes stupid plays. He led the league in fumbles. I understand, but at the end of the day, the guy had didn't have a starting offensive line. I don't think all season long. Somebody was hurt every week. Um, his number one receiver went out before the season even started. Has a bunch of rookie talent, and his best players are Darren Waller and Josh Jacobs on that offense. And we relied on them heavily, and maybe too much. And I think relying on Josh Jacobs so much the first half of the season, I think contributes to his fall off second half of the season, back to back years now. Oops. I think it just plays apparent where we're overworking him. We're depending on him too much. We need a second running back that could be as efficient. And Darren Waller, although he broke records, he broke Tim Brown's reception record. He's a great tight end, best in the league. We can't depend on him to save our asses every week. So at the end of the day, defense is the key right here. And I think watching the playoffs right now, I think you should see that. If you're watching the playoffs and whoever you're rooting for to win it all, of course, you're rooting against the Chiefs, right? And I saw this thing where like Raider fans don't watch the playoffs. Like, shut up with that. You guys spend so much time on Twitter. Like, I'm so done with it. I don't want to see it anymore. It's so exhausting. As much time people put into that bullshit. At the end of the day, it is what it is, right? We're 8-8 for a reason, and our defense is the main reason. And that's without a doubt. You can say Gruden's offense is very flawed, very true. Sorry for the clearing of my throat and stuff. Getting over COVID, got it, sucks. But anyways, we did kicked way too many field goals versus touchdowns, and that was the biggest issue with the offense this season. But Gus Bradley's our new defensive coordinator. I like the hire. I'm kind of like emotionless about it though. I want to see something out of it. I don't really care at this point. Like I need to see something change within the defense. And Gus Bradley has a good track record. The Chargers defense will finish top 10 this season, has been good in years past, and he was part of the Legion of Boom. So he knows how to coach talent, coach some young guys, coach some veterans. He was Jacksonville's head coach. He did help build that defense that went to the AFC Championship game. Didn't coach them because he got fired after that 2016 season, but um, he's got a good track record, and of course he's one of Gruden's buddies. He coached with him in Tampa Bay, so that's where the tie is. At this point, I really don't care about any of that. I don't care. I think he's a good coach. I think he has some track record. He has some track record. He can have. We don't need to have a Ray Lewis, Baltimore Ravens type of defense, a Brian Urlacher, Chicago Bear type of defense that will lead us all the way to a Super Bowl with a shitty offense. We need at least a subpar defense, middle of the track, middle of the road, top 15 to help us win these games that we're losing. If you put in a decent defense that can make stops on third down, we win 4 more games at the very minimum. No, okay, maybe 3. I'll say 3 more games for sure. We win, and we're in the playoffs, and we're playing on Sunday or Saturday or whatever. You know what I mean? So we don't need because that's how good our offense was. Say what you will about whatever, our offense was good enough to help us win 8 games, beat the Kansas City Chiefs almost twice. That second game, we should have won. Derek Carr led the team down, scored, and only left a minute or so left on the clock. The defense had a chance to end that game, and they didn't. They didn't deliver. So don't say that the offense and Carr didn't help us beat the Kansas City Chiefs. They clearly did. So that's what I think about it. I think Gus Bradley will bring will attract some of those Charger players. Maybe Melvin Ingram. He's supposed to be a free agent. We'll see how that plays out. He is 32. He is getting there of age. He's a little older. But, I mean, shit, we need pass rushing at this point. We have no pass rush. We have nothing on defense. Max Crosby is arguably a decent player. After that, I mean, they really got to coach these young kids, Abram and Arnett and Mullen, and get these guys to perform and week in, week out. Hopefully we could see a better Corey Littleton and Nick in the middle there. We'll see how this draft plays out. We're picking 17. And what free agents are going to be available come the off season. So that's always exciting. There's always that excitement of optimism for the Raiders at that point. Maybe I'll put out another video just kind of talking about the season a little bit more, but I wanted to get my opinion out there on Gus Bradley. And yeah, but that's it. That's all I want to spill about now. I don't want to take too much of your time. Thank you for watching. If you did watch, like, comment, share, subscribe. I hope to bring this channel back, rise it from the dead again. I know. But until then, it's always go Raiders. We'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks for the playoffs. Maybe we'll talk about playoffs too. But anyways, if you liked the video, subscribe if you're a Raider fan or not. It's cool, man. Let's just talk football now because the Raiders ain't doing shit for me. See you later. Go Raiders.